Special Secretary of KZN. Just listening to what you have just said, we wish to guide you that you be assisted by the Constitution so that there's full understanding of the positions and how they are listed on the Constitution. This is presented with all due respect. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, miss. Anybody or a female, I normally address them as ma'am, not that they attach or anything else. Much as I'm saying, ndim longena order, but there's been a request that siyenze ngale ndlela bendicinga ngayo mna. Madam Taluza. Can I proceed? No? Okay. Kunesicelo sokuthi ake sime kancane with the announcement. I don't know what is being set up. At this point in time, revolutionaries know what to. Can I proceed? Revolutionists. Just one song. I'll get an indication from the crew when they're ready. Ready? Okay. Right, let us proceed, Congress. Let us proceed. I'm going to start with the position of Vice President, Sports, Arts and Culture. Elected unopposed is Comrade Nolita Mboniswa. Can she please come to the front?
masoja, akakashiwa magerila, akakashiwa masoja. Iyodwa ne-socialism. I-socialism. Akakashiwa magerila, akakashiwa masoja, akakashiwa magerila, akakashiwa masoja. Iyodwa ne-socialism. Iyodwa ne-socialism.
Right, comrades, let's proceed. Let's proceed, comrades, and announce our Vice President for Education, and that is Comrade Fasiha Solomon. Can she please come up to the stage?
Capture your picture.
Thank you, comrades. Let us proceed. Let us proceed and announce our Vice President for Gender. Our Vice President for Gender, and that is Comrade Ududu Ngosi. Can she please come to the stage? Can we go back? We are proceeding. We are proceeding. We are proceeding and we are going to call the fourth official. We are going to call the fourth official. Ongu treasurer. Ongu treasurer, and that is none other than Comrade Lindiwe Muchwane. Can she please come up the stage, Comrade Lindiwe? As we are proceeding, to announce the fifth official, and Kalepi. Ngicela usekela nobhala, Deputy General Secretary, and that is none other than Ukombre Tunkosana Dolopu, to come to the stage. As we are proceeding, to call the sixth official, Stella Ubaba, Deputy President, Ubaba Mabutho Cele, to come to the podium. As we are proceeding, to the 7th official, as we are proceeding to the 7th position, besicela unobhala uComrade uMgwena Maluleke to come to the podium. Thank you, comrades. Thank you, comrades. Thank you, comrades. And lastly, comrades, allow me to declare myself as the president of Sadtu, comrades. Yes, I'm here already. Comrades, lastly, let me declare Ntate Makgope Maphila as your president. Can you please come to the stage? Comrades, comrades, allow me then to congratulate the newly elected leadership ya Sadtu. And as the interim president, let me hand over to the president to take the program forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, election. Thank you, election. And thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you to our guests. GS, in terms of the agenda, we are on the declaration. So let's allow the GS to deal with the declaration. Thank you.
Amandla, awethu, long live Sadtu, long live. Long live the ANC, long live. Long live COSATU, long live. Long live the SACP, long live. Long live our student chapter, long live. Long live our academic forum, long live. Long live our delegates, long live. Comrade President, Congress, I'll do my best to deal with the declaration. We had to work last night because all the resolutions were not passed. And therefore this morning we had to wait for the resolutions to be passed and try our best to summarize. But we want to say to the Congress, normally we don't take all the resolutions into our declarations because our declarations, the immediate actions that we are going to be taking as an organization to address the needs of our members, our students, and our communities. So I'm going to request the technical team to help us because you don't have it in writing with you because it has just been completed now. Thanks, Willem. I thought this one will be very simple because myself and the DGS will no longer look so stressed. We were fatigued this morning again. Cindy, do they have it or don't? Every minute we spend here, we sweat. Hunalinto. 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 Yeah, I pause because le pizza le hey. Yeah, she's a le pizza. Right, 10th National Congress. With the 1,258 voting and 61 non-voting delegates, and the alliance, together with the PYA, which included our student chapter of the South African Democratic Teachers Union, SADTU, gathered at the 10th National Congress held in Boksburg, Ekurhuleni, in Gauteng Province, reaffirm our commitment to the principle of social justice, educational excellence, and the empowerment of our members. Anchored in the 5 pillars of our 2030 vision, we declare our collective resolve to build a transformative and inclusive education system that serves the need of our nation and its people. In terms of pillar number 1, servicing union members, to align with the theme of the 10th National Congress of SADTU, mobilizing the consciousness and uniting revolutionary professionals in strengthening foundational learning and functional skills to advance inclusive and sustainable economic growth in pursuance of a socialist society, we declare under the pillar of serving our members as follows. We commit to prioritizing the welfare and professional development of our members, ensuring they are equipped, supported, and empowered to excel in their roles. Enhance professional development programs, strengthen membership welfare initiative, improve communication and engagement with members. We further declare and recommit to the following actions. In terms of advocacy and awareness, educational campaigns. We'll launch campaigns to raise awareness about the importance of foundational learning and functional skills. This would include workshops, seminars, and online resources that highlight best practices and innovative teaching methods. On policy advocacy, we advocate for policies that support the decolonization of education and the integration of foundational and functional skills into the curriculum. We declare to engage with policymakers to ensure that the voices of educators and our education support personnel are heard and considered in the educational reforms. On professional development, revolutionary pedagogy training, we declare as follows. We will offer training programs focused on the revolutionary pedagogy that empowers educators to teach in ways that promote critical thinking, social justice, and inclusivity. This can include courses on decolonized education, anti-racist teaching practices, and culturally responsive pedagogy. On skills enhancements workshop, we declare that we'll provide workshops that enhance both foundational and functional skills among educators. This can include training in digital literacy, project-based learning, and other innovative teaching strategies. On support system, on mentorship programs, we declare as follows, that we'll establish mentorship programs where experienced educators and education support personnel can support and guide newer teachers and education support personnel. This can help build a strong community of practice and ensure the transfer of valuable knowledge and skills. The well-being initiatives. We will implement initiatives that support the mental and physical well-being of educators and support personnel. This can include access to counseling services, stress management workshop, and wellness programs. Call for a compensatory mechanism of educators who are injured or suffer damage as a result of acts of learners or other persons in the course of the educator's employment. On community engagement, we declare that on partnership with local organizations, we shall form those partnerships with local organizations and community groups in pursuance of I Am a School Friend campaign to support educational initiatives and promote social justice. This can include collaborative projects, community service opportunities, and joint advocacy efforts. Parent community involvement. Encourage greater involvement of parents and community members in the educational processes. This can include organizing community forums, parents-teacher meetings, and volunteer opportunities. Recognitions and rewards. As we celebrate the achievement, we declare that we'll promote the existence of provincial awards by recognizing and celebrating the achievements of educators and education support personnel who have made significant contribution to the decolonization of education, foundational learning, functional skills, and development. This can include awards, public acknowledgements, and feature stories in the Educator's Voice online newspaper or Sadtu social media platform. On incentive programs, we declare to develop incentive programs that reward educators for their dedication and innovative teaching practices. This can include grants for professional development, bonuses, international exchange programs, and other forms of recognition. On research and innovation, research grants, we declare that we'll provide grants for educators and other professionals to conduct research on effective teaching practices and the impact of foundational and functional skills on students' outcome. We shall encourage the dissemination of research findings through conferences, publications, and professional networks. On innovation labs, we declare that we will establish innovation labs where educators and education support personnel can experiment with new teaching methods and technologies. This can foster a culture of continuous improvement and creativity in the classroom. On collective bargaining and dispute resolution as part of the pillar number 1 of servicing our members, we shall fight austerity measures. Therefore, we declare that we'll mobilize the members and the communities to counter neoliberal policies that promote budget cuts instead of investing in education. On fighting corruption, we declare that we are determined to expose and fight corruption as it steals from the poor. The government quantified that approximately 1.5 trillion economic value was lost to corruption in the last decade. On training and development, we'll avail programs that will assist FTSS, negotiators, and organizers in their respective tasks. On benefits, we declare that we'll deal effective negotiations to better the benefits and incentive in order to improve the well-being of our members. By focusing on these actions, we believe that Sadtu can effectively mobilize the consciousness of revolutionary professionals and advance the goals of the Congress theme. On the second pillar, creating a learning nation, we pledge to foster a culture of lifelong learning and educational excellence, advocating for curriculum that is inclusive, decolonized, and reflective of our diverse heritage. The actions that we will see in the immediate effect is that advocate for curriculum reforms, implement comprehensive teacher training program, engage communities in educational activities. We further declare and recommit ourselves to the following actions in improving foundational and functional skills. On foundational skills, these are skills that are basic literacy, numeracy skill, and social emotion skills that form the bedrock of all future learning. These skills are essential for students to succeed academically and in life. On functional skills refer to practical skills in mother tongue, mathematics, and ICT that enable individuals to operate confidently, effectively, and independently in life and work. Then we'll focus on early childhood education. That will invest in early childhood education programs to ensure that children develop strong foundational skills from a young age. We shall focus on literacy and numeracy as well as social and emotional development. On teacher training and professional development. Will provide continuous professional development for teachers, focusing on innovative teaching methods and the integration of foundational and functional skills into the curriculum. Will equip members with the latest pedagogical strategies and tools to effectively teach these skills. Workshops, seminars, and online courses as valuable resources will be made available under the Curtis Nkondo Professional Institute. On curriculum development, we'll advocate for a curriculum that emphasizes foundational and functional skills, ensuring it is inclusive and reflective of South Africa's diverse heritage. We shall pursue a decolonized curriculum that includes all languages and contexts that make learning more relevant and engaging for our students. On assessment and evaluation, we shall implement regular assessment to monitor students' program in foundational and functional skills. We'll use formative assessment to provide ongoing feedback and support to the students, helping them to improve continuously. On parental and community involvement, under this theme, we shall engage parents and communities in the educational process to support the development of these skills. We'll collaborate with the parents and communities so that they can play an important role. We shall have workshops and community programs which will avail to help build this network. The use of technology under this theme of creating a learning nation. We shall integrate technology into the teaching and learning processes. We shall engage policymakers in developing AI and other digital policies as tools and resources and not replacing the teachers. In terms of inclusive education, we'll ensure that educational programs are inclusive and are accessible to all students, including those with disabilities. We will avail tailored support and resources to meet the diverse needs of the learners, ensuring no one is left behind. We believe in extracurricular activities. We will be promoting extracurricular activities that support the development of these particular skills. We'll promote activities such as reading clubs, maths competitions, and ICT workshops that provide additional opportunities for students to practice and enhance their skills. Please get me correct. By competition, we don't mean that we're going to kill each other. We're just only going to encourage the students to participate in these particular processes in order for them to develop. On policy advocacy, SADTU will advocate for policies that prioritize the development of this particular skill in the education system. We'll promote strong policy support that is essential for the sustained focus and resources needed to improve these skills across the nation. On this particular appeal, we also believe in research and innovation. We are going to encourage research into effective methods of teaching these particular skills and implement innovative practices based on research finding. We'll advocate for continuous improvement and adaptation based on evidence-based practices to ensure that educational strategies remain effective and relevant. We believe that by focusing on these actionable insights, SADTU can significantly enhance the foundational and functional skills of the student, contributing to the creation of a learning nation that is well prepared for the challenges and opportunities of the future. On promoting a development-oriented nation state, we vow to align our educational goals with the broader national development agenda, contributing to socio-economic advancements of our country. The actions that we envisage is influence education policies through advocacy, promote research and innovation in education, integrate sustainable practices in education. We further commit to awakening and harnessing the revolutionary spirit of professionals within the education sector to drive political and socio-economic transformation and national development. On educational workshops and seminars, we then declare that will organize regular workshops and seminars that focus on revolutionary theories, social justice, and the role of education in societal transformation. These events will aim to inspire and equip educators with the knowledge and tools to become agents of change. On leadership program, we declare that we'll develop leadership program that emphasize revolutionary principles and practices. These programs will target emerging leaders within the education sector, fostering a new generation of professionals committed to transformative change. On collaborative networks, we'll establish networks and forums for revolutionary professionals to collaborate, share ideas, and support each other in their efforts to promote social justice and development. These networks will facilitate the exchange of best practices and innovative approaches to education. On advocacy and campaign on our nation state, we'll launch an advocacy campaigns that highlight the importance of revolutionary thinking in education. These campaigns will aim to influence public opinion and policy, promoting a vision of education that is aligned with national development goals. Research and publication. We will encourage and support research on revolutionary education practices and their impact on national development. We'll publish findings in journals, books, and online platforms, disseminate knowledge and inspire action among educators and policymakers. Remember, our Sadtu journal, or Journal of Sadtu, is about to be registered. We'll encourage you to publish articles around best practices in our subjects that we're teaching. On community engagement, we shall engage with communities to raise awareness about the role of education in driving social and economic development. Mobilize community support for educational initiatives that align with revolutionary principles and national development objectives. On mentorship program, we shall implement mentorship programs where experienced revolutionary professionals can guide and support younger educators and education support personnel. These programs will help build a strong foundation of revolutionary consciousness among the new entrants to the profession. Recognition and awards under this particular pillar will establish recognition and award programs to honor educators and education support personnel who exemplify revolutionary principles in their work. These awards will celebrate and promote the contribution of professionals who are making a significant impact on national development through education. On our fourth pillar, where we're creating international partnership, we resolve to build and strengthen global alliances, enhancing educational standards and fostering solidarity with international partners. The following actions will be undertaken. We'll participate in international education forum, develop exchange program for teachers, education support personnel, and students. We'll collaborate on global campaign for educational social justice. We'll strengthen our solidarity campaigns aimed at promoting human and labor rights globally. We'll raise funds to contribute in educational and health facilities where such facilities are destroyed by war, like we have in South Sudan and in Palestine. We'll encourage our members to undertake solidarity visits in countries that are under attack by the imperialist forces. If we do so, we believe that we will align with our theme of the 10th National Congress, mobilizing the consciousness. So we are expanding these particular actions under this particular pillar. We are expanding by global partnership and collaboration. We'll build alliances, we'll have exchange program, and we will also run global campaign on advocacy so that we'll participate and support global campaign that advocates for rights of educators, students, and education support personnel, such as campaigns against child labor, for gender equality in education, and for the protection of educators in conflict zones. We will raise awareness and organize events and initiatives to raise all these global emotional, educational issues and the importance of educational solidarity in achieving our educational goals. We support the struggles for the regions that, in terms of resource raising or sharing, will provide educational resources such as books, technology, and training materials to schools and educators under-resourced in the regions. This can help bridge the gap in educational quality and access. Emergency assistance. We declare that we'll offer support to educators and students in regions affected by crises, such as natural disasters or conflicts. This can include financial aid, educational materials, and psychological support. On cultural exchange and understanding, We will promote cultural exchange programs that allow students and educators to experience different cultures and perspectives. This can foster mutual understanding and respect among diverse communities. International conferences and workshops will host and participate in international conferences and workshops focused on educational innovation, decolonization, and social justice. These events can provide a platform for sharing knowledge and building global networks. We believe in research and therefore will engage in collaborative research programs with international partners to address global challenges and develop innovative solutions. This can include research on decolonized education, inclusive teaching practices, and the impact of global policies on education. We believe, again, that will create innovation hubs that bring together educators, researchers, policymakers from around the world to develop and test new educational approaches and technologies. We believe, therefore, that by focusing on these actions, Sadtu can strengthen its commitment to international solidarity and contribute to global movement for educational equity and social justice. The last pillar, which is building a capacity organization. We are dedicated to enhancing our organizational capacity, ensuring that Sadtu remains a robust, efficient, and effective union. Actions we are envisaging in this pillar are to invest in leadership development, is to create partnership where we engage in progressive organizations and develop material to build capacity at all levels of the organization. We believe that we can explore methods of delivering development programs to make it accessible to more leaders. We'll implement systems for operational access. We'll ensure effective communication and coordination between different levels of the union. We shall utilize technology to play in enhancing our organizational efficiency and member engagement. On the development or develop sustainable funding strategies, in particular in the TVET union structures. We declare that we'll develop a special dispensation in terms of allocation for the TVET branches in order for them to effectively service members in the subsector. We'll diversify investment of our investment arm in order to sustain the organization to grow without relying on membership fees. On building resilience of Sadtu to effectively respond to crises and challenges, we will strengthen our cyber security on all union systems and create a crisis management framework. President, in conclusion of the declaration, by mobilizing the consciousness of our revolutionary professionals, we aim to create a cadre of educators and education support personnel who are not only skilled and knowledgeable, but are deeply committed to the transformative power of education. Together, we'll drive the political and socio-economic development of our nation and build a future that is just, equitable, and prosperous for all. In pursuit of these commitments, we call upon all our members, stakeholders, and partners to join us in this transformative journey. Together, we'll build an education system that not only meets the needs of today, but also prepares for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. This declaration, therefore, aims to encapsulate the core values and strategic objective of Sadtu 2030 vision. We stand in solidarity with the people of Palestine. We stand in solidarity with the people of Cuba. We stand in solidarity with the people of Eswatini. We stand in solidarity with the people all over the world that are under oppression or oppressive regimes or are under the attack and onslaught of the imperialists. So we present this declaration, President, and therefore we are requesting you humbly so that we then use this opportunity to launch our campaign, which is a global campaign of going public and fund education. So we are going to request that all members stand as we declare that we are part of this particular campaign, that we shall fight to ensure that there is no austerity measures in our country and globally. that will stand together in solidarity in ensuring that our schools are funded, that our teachers are well numerated, and therefore they are supported in the classroom in order to build a sustainable and inclusive economy. So we wish that the delegates can be part of this particular campaign, which is a global campaign, and we believe together we are more stronger, and we will be able to push and ensure that neoliberal policies are something of the past. So we declare, President. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, GS. I want you to guide me, GS, because I want us to process and adopt the declaration, but also you spoke about launching the Go Public Fund Education. How do you want us to do it?
We propose that we first deal with the Go Public Fund Education campaign, which is already adopted by the World Congress. And then thereafter, then we can deal with the declaration in terms of the process of the organization.
Thank you, GS. I request, you said you request that Congress must stand, then you lead us. I request that all delegates, we stand.
So the process is going to be like this. I will then say, go public. Then you say fund education, whilst the technical people will then be bringing this thing to the entire world that we are declaring. Go public. Go public. Go public. Thank you, comrades.
Thank you very much, GS. Comrades, Congress, our guests, this is our declaration. As presented by the GS, we are therefore now going to invite delegates for now. If ever there are any questions of clarity or corrections that you will want to forklift from the declaration, I request that we don't get tempted to discuss it. Just questions of clarity and corrections. Then once we are done with that, we'll then come to additions. Or if you want to delete some of the things, we'll then come to that process thereafter. Firstly, clarities. And I request that we still use the relevant cards. I go 1, I go 2, I go 3. There are no questions of clarity, GS. There are no corrections. Let me then now invite Congress if they want to add or just to make a smaller intervention to the declaration. I go 2, I go 1, nothing, GS. We then now will request the GS to move to the podium and move for the adoption of the declaration.
Thanks, Comrade President. We do move for the adoption of the declaration of the 10th National Congress of Sadtu.
Let me hear Congress. Northwest, Limpopo, KZN, Gauteng, Free State, Eastern Cape, Mpumalanga, Northern Cape, in that order.
No, thank you very much, Comrade President. Mike Mainganya, the Provincial Chairperson of Northwest. We support this comprehensive, very clear statement of intent of the organization as the province. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me check with other provinces if they are not enveloped and massaged.
President, Matumengwana, Provincial Deputy Chairperson Limpopo, well enveloped.
Thank you. I don't want to close any province. If you still want to be on record to be seconding, I will allow so. Eastern Cape.
Deputy President, thank you.
Uza.
As Eastern Cape, we stand to agree to the contents, the spirit and latter of the declaration as it represents and reflects the deliberations of the Congress. We therefore stand to second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Northern Cape covered. KwaZulu Natal, happy. Free State, happy. Western Cape, Gauteng. Who am I leaving out? Congress is happy. Mpumalanga is happy. Yes, I want us to take announcements, if there are any announcements, so that when the president comes back, we'll give him an opportunity to close Congress. For now, kunalento engikhathaza emoyeni. No announcement. Limpopo, the heat of the Congress. Kunalento engikhathaza emoyeni. Thank you.
Cindy and Nirvana, please come forth. I'm ready.
Thank you, Congress. We therefore want to take this opportunity to invite the newly elected president of SADTU to finalize the business of Congress. President, I hand over to yourself.
Thank you, DP. Before closing remarks, may I request the student chapter to come forward. We have something for them in recognition of the immense contribution they've made in growing the union at all universities in the country. So our footprint is there all over the country, all universities. So for a job well done, they are here. Nirvana and Cindy, please assist in giving them those jackets. Student chapter, come back. Student chapter, Sia, I'm requesting you to come here. Now, you might be writing something about yourself, which you will not be happy about later. You must take orders. Somebody was asking me, I think it's Free State because there are some naughty delegates there. That delegate says to me, hey, you look afraid, man. Just before we came here, hey, you look afraid. As if that was not enough. when we took the picture, they come back to say, can you really smile? You have been serious the whole Congress, and we never thought that you can smile. Very expensive smile, eh? Student chapter, Re a leboga Bakoni. You have done us proud. We are proudly proud of you for the work done at all universities. We have our teachers to be joining SATU as at that level. The GS was whispering to me to say, you did not put yourself there. So you're not going to tell us that you are not available. The same way, we will tell you that it's about time. Thank you to you all, Olani, Nomfundo, and Sia. Thank you. It's fine, you can now go back. It's an order. Thank you. Sharps here. Thank you, DP, for the opportunity to come back here and close this 10th Congress of SATU here at Betchwood. Members of the National Working Committee, members of the NEC, leadership of provinces, PECs, leadership of our regions, comrade delegates from our branches, from the length and breadth of our country, leadership of alliance structures present in this conference. By the way, the SACP has been here from the start up to the end. And Comrade Solima Paila, the General Secretary, had some commitments for today and requested that we indicate that to you to say he's held up. It's not out of disrespect. The ANC was here, but the ANC is here. Comrade Dixon Namane Masemola is an NEC member of the ANC. COSATU was here, COSATU is here. Leadership from fraternal structures, greetings to our international guests, friends and compatriots, members of the media. It's an honor and a privilege to address you at the closing of this Sadtu 10th National Congress. The confidence you have in us as the National Working Committee to be elected unopposed is more than much appreciated. But again, let me salute you for the professional way in which you have delivered the most successful Congress, comrades, delegates. You are the masters of success. Always you do succeed. We really honor you for being good and strong delegates. Keep it up, comrades. Let me also salute our staff members for putting shoulders to the wheel to ensure that this conference is delivered successfully. The work ethics of non-sleeping for endless nights, Comrade Cindy, Comrade Nirvana, and all of you, we recognize that. It did not go unnoticed. Thank you very much. We wish everybody else can learn from the commitment of our staff, comrades. Oftentimes, accolades come to us that this was a successful conference, and yet the people behind are not being thanked. Comrade Opas, moving everybody up and down and making sure that we are all safe. All of you. Including Mdala, he was so well dressed yesterday night. There is an old man in here who has 10 years in the what's name. He was so elated yesterday for having served us. We are highly indebted to you for your love of the union that stood the test of time. Comrades, let me express my satisfaction with the work done at this conference. SADTU came a long way. You as delegates ensured that the union is always coming strong at the end of each conference. There might have been differences before we came to these conferences as to who should occupy which position and why. But once leaders are elected, we rally behind them. In this conference, there is no winner, there is no loser. SADTU is the winner. We as the leadership, we can declare without any fear of contradiction or fear of losing your favor with certain groups or individuals that SADTU is the most united and most powerful union in the country today. When DA and company decide to have us on the manifesto, when the new kid in the block, MK party, decide to form teacher unions week by week and faltering in between, it's not because it is fashionable to do so. You are there in our villages, everywhere throughout the country. But you are united too, and very strong. We would have loved that when we come to this conference, we should at least have been 300,000. We are 25,000 away from that. The next conference, we should be 300,000 and more. As we are drawing closer to the end of this conference, let me hasten to remind all members of SADTU that the terrain of the struggle has changed, both internationally and internally in the country. At the international level, the forces of darkness that seek to destroy the working class as a united force is getting more and more disparate. They launched multiple wars, coups d'etats, conflicts, and other forms of destabilization across all continents. When the blood of the innocent, the blood of the working class and the poor is flowing, they extract raw materials, siphon oil reserves, and other minerals they so desperately need. The neoliberal program is getting intensified, and it is at its most disparate level. And it can be seen by the following hallmarks in all countries of the world and more pronounced in Africa. The food inflation that we are experiencing, the shrinking budgets, the cost of living skyrocketing, electricity going as high as nobody can imagine, increased taxation, which is a high burden for the poor. Joblessness going up, especially in our country, more and more jobs, bloodbath, employees being retrenched. Comrades, the above happenings are but the tip of an iceberg. The more is yet to come. The more is yet to come. They merely give us a wake-up call that the terrain of the struggle has changed. We need to do more to keep the working class united and powerful. We must use our collective strengths in all sectors of the economy to defend what we have gained thus far and still fight to dislodge the stranglehold and remove the albatross around our necks. Comrades, our battle cry is and should be, go public, fund education. Go public, go public. We don't cry for ourselves only. We cry for the millions of our people who are scattered all over the country. President Mandela once said, "It is only through education that a child of a farm worker can become a farm owner." Comrades, we don't fight for ourselves only, we fight for the millions of children who are still somewhere in the womb of the future. We must fight and create a path where there is no path. The future will thank us. History will judge us correctly. The poor and the unemployed will be happy with us. Our organization will be acknowledged by the mothers and fathers and children of the future. Comrades, GNU has created a peculiar set of circumstances where we have to be very vigilant and be steadfast in pursuit of what is good for education, what is good for our members, and what is good for the poorest of the poor. It is prudent to declare that Bella Act, no longer a bill, but an act. It is prudent to declare that Bella Act is close to our hearts. We must, at all times, be ready to fight for its implementation. No one should stand on its way. Not even Madame Helen Zille, not Bas Oosthuizen, not even Mekwarube. In fact, no devil from hell will stand on the way of the implementation of the Bella Act. Non-implementation of the Bella Act is a declaration of war on the side of the minister. And Sadtu will not shy away from this challenge. We are saying to her, bring it on, Mekwarube. We are combat ready. We can fight and teach at the same time. Ba re Basotho ha o batla ho itse hore ntjanyana ke ya mang e rage. O tla bona hore monga yona ke mang. So those who have sent her, Oosthuizen and Helen Zille, whatever it is, the instructions that they are giving her, we are going to fight. And we think in the not too distant future, mene tekel. Comrades, as we are closing this conference, we are sending you out back to your constituencies to implement the resolutions of this conference and ensure that the declaration of this conference becomes part of our reinvigoration moving forward. We expect our branches to serve our members and serve our members with distinction before they serve themselves. It will be a sad day if one day you are caught as one of those that are selling posts. We don't want that to be done in our name. You can't do corporal punishment in our name. You can't sleep with school children in our name. You can't steal norms and standards in our name. You can't steal school nutrition food in our name. It's unrevolutionary to do so. The year 2026 is the year of local government elections. And we have declared here, Comrade Dixon, that we will support the African National Congress until otherwise. We call upon the alliance partners and the leaders of the ANC to do what they did not do prior the recent national general elections, which produced the most shameful electoral results in the history of our movement. Among others, we urge your good selves, the National Executive Committee members of the ANC, to deal with corruption. We are a dependable ally. We can assist you where you need our assistance. Avoid public spares, comrades. It doesn't help to spend 4.5 years insulting each other in the media. And 2 months before the elections, you say there's nobody else except this one. It's not helpful. Where we have differences, because differences will always be there, we must manage them. We must not allow ourselves to confuse the electorate down there. Deal with service delivery issues. the issue of water, roads, and so on. Comrades, for the members of SADTU to continue trusting you and trusting your handshakes, you must go back to your schools and build SADTU on the following pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as captured in the declaration. Membership service, learning nation, building socialism now, effective worker unity, service delivery through organizational challenge. We need to work extra hard to deliver services to the communities we serve. SADTU is not just a union, but the union. Did you hear me? SADTU is not just a union, but the union. Very special. It's a pity I can't sing. The song that was sung yesterday night was so thrilling and so inspiring about who we are. There is one guy here who has composed a song, and he came forward here. He did wonders. I'm sure it will go down in the annals of history at this Congress. Comrades, we are consciously and purposefully reminding all of us about these key pillars, because without implementing these pillars, one day our own members, our own constituencies will turn against us or will reject us, like the African National Congress was rejected in the national general elections in May 2024. As I'm moving towards closure, let me remind you about what O.R. Tambo said in 1969 at the closure of the Morogoro Conference. The famous, "Beware the wedge driver." Comrades, wage a relentless war against disruptors and defend the ANC against provocateurs and enemy agents. Defend the revolution against enemy propaganda, whatever form it takes. Be vigilant, comrades. The enemy is vigilant. Beware of the wedge driver, the man who creeps from ear to ear, carrying a bag full of wedges, driving them in between you and the next man, between a group and another. A man who goes around creating splits and divisions. Beware of the wedge driver, comrades. Watch his poisonous tongue. By so saying, we're urging you to say, it doesn't matter that much for you to have your own preferences, especially when it comes to leadership choice, going to conferences, because elective meetings are very divisive, oftentimes. We urge you to play the ball and not the man. You must not, because some differ with you, single them out, like Bismarck did in his policy of alliances. Those of you who did history, you'll remember there was a popular question in history that said Bismarck was like a juggler on a horse, holding 5 balls in the air without letting each of those balls to fall down for a period of 20 years. From 1870 up to 1890 with the dropping of the pilot, when Kaiser Wilhelm came in and pushed him out. So, play the ball and not the man. There have been a lot of stories told about us towards this conference. And I'm sure there's none of you here that ever got a phone call from myself in particular. I don't have your numbers. When you try to give me your numbers, I resist that temptation. Even in my province, there's no one that I phoned or talked to at whatever level to say this and that. But you believe lies that are being told to you without asking us. It's unfair, comrades. In closing, the unity of the union is of paramount importance, especially in an era where blatant tribalism, horrible racism, and anarchy have been elevated as principles or norms. The union has a duty to defend its decisions, which other organizations will obviously use to divide us. Especially during salary negotiations, comrades, which are about give and take. We come back to you through direct and indirect representation. But others think that they are leaders, they own monopoly of wisdom. They must tell us what to do, and we can't think. We can't allow that, comrades. In the era of fake news, misinformation, and disinformation, the union might be vulnerable to blackmail by members who are misinformed or ignorant. I know the word ignorant is often abused. Ignorant is from ignore, but ignore and ignorant are not one and the same thing. Ignorant simply means lack of knowledge. Ignore is to deliberately refuse to do what you feel like you don't want to do. Or being agents of other forces. There are people who think their responsibility is to become members of other members. I might have recruited you to come into Sadtu, but you are not my member. You are a member of Sadtu. That is why all the time I say to you, when songs are sung by us, we must stand up and say, not in my name. I detest this one of Kai Kapakai Realwe. If you say, Mapila, Kai Kapakai Realwena, if I decide to go into something else, why must you follow me? You must follow your organization, not individuals. The internal strength of an organization is very important to serve as a fort and a castle in this era. Internal strength is derived from the Constitution and policies which are being complied with at all material times. Thanks, comrades. Safe travels as we go back. Long live Sadtu, long live. I rule Sadtu, I rule. Matla. Kiaruna. Down with factionalism, down. Down with tribalism, down. Down with regionalism, down. Down with patriarchy, down. Thank you. The meeting is closed.
Welcome to the 10th National Congress of the South African Democratic Teachers Union. Under the theme, Mobilizing the Consciousness and Uniting Revolutionary Professionals in Strengthening Foundational Learning and Functional Skills to Advance Inclusive and Sustainable Economic Growth in Pursuance of a Socialist Society. Join us as we celebrate our achievements, address challenges, and set the agenda for the next 5 years.
Sadtu, Sadtu wethu, Sadtu, Sadtu wethu, Sadtu. Sadtu, Sadtu wethu, Sadtu.
Sadtu wethu, Sadtu wethu, Sadtu wethu,
Sadtu, Sadtu wethu, Sadtu.
Sadtu wethu, Sadtu wethu, Sadtu wethu,
Sadtu wethu, Sadtu.
Sadtu wethu, Sadtu wethu, Sadtu wethu.
MJ Nyama, your visa card is here. MJ Nyama, MJ Nyama.